Welcome to another update on the Brookwood and Deep Cut Junction Railway. For those of you who've seen previous videos, you'll know that I've pretty well laid all the track now through the bookcase over this purpose-built baseboard where all the sidings and the main loops and stations will be. We then come off the baseboard onto my desk, where it goes around the desk at a higher level with, as you can just see there, a branch line snaking underneath. It then passes down the end of the desk and comes across the gap by the door where I have a removable bridge. I even have managed to put some scenery in the first part of the bookcase, as you can see here, and have installed lighting, which makes really quite an attractive effect. However, there is one big elephant in the room, and that's one area that I have not addressed, and that relates to all the points which are on the baseboard. There are quite a number of them, as you can see from these pictures here. There are various sidings, loops, switchovers, straight points, curve points, all sorts. And each one of these needs to have an electric point motor so that they can be controlled remotely. The point motors also act to ensure that the polarity of the points when they change are correct. Here is an example of the type of point that I've used. It's called an electrofrog. Here we are, switching it backwards and forwards. And the electrofrog is that V at the top there. And it's very important that the polarity of this part is correct. Now this can be avoided if insulated frog points are used, like this one here, where you can see there has to be a bit of plastic at the point of the frog, and also some little bits of plastic inserted in the stock rail. I've gone for electrofrog and used these point motors, which incorporate a switch which enables not only the point to be changed, but also the polarity of the frog to be changed. Here's a picture of one that's been wired up. The two wires on the outside, the pink and the yellow, are for determining which way the point is switched. The green is the power return for the solenoid. You then have the red and the black and the white. The red and black provide the different polarity power to the track via the white lead. So if the point is to the left, then the black wire feeds the white lead. If the point is to the right, then the red wire feeds the white lead. This is quite a complex area, and the reason for doing it is to make sure that the trains run smoothly across the points and that there's no loss of electricity even when moving at a slow speed. I may well make a video in more detail about the technicalities, but I'll do that at a later date. Getting back to the business of actually installing the solenoids, the first thing to do is add these little spade connectors at the end of the wires that are going under the baseboard. I don't like to solder under the baseboard, so I use these blue clips. The spade goes into that blue clip, and as you can see from the next picture, the two go together and it leaves a jaw-like device where you put the wire in that V, squash it together with a pair of pliers, and the cutters force their way through the wire covering and make contact with the central wire. When these are all installed, this is what it looks like. It's a bit of spaghetti, but it does the job. I found them to be 100% reliable so far. And here's the solenoid once it's been installed under the baseboard with the wires, and as you can see on this picture, there's the wire coming up from the solenoid, which is used to activate the point. In some cases, because of beams under the baseboard, it's not possible to put the solenoid directly under the point, so it has to be done at the side, and then a piece of bent paper clip used to extend the operation. At the other end, here is one of the switches which is used to activate the point. It has 3 terminals. There's the pink and the yellow, effectively a 1, and then the common return through the center. And these switches are placed in this control panel, and each of the switches is then numbered, and an outline of the actual track is covered, where there's the red is the up line, black is the down line, and yellow are all the sidings and branch lines. This is then connected to the main layout via these computer connectors, and also this soldering terminal block underneath. Underneath the control panel itself, you can see there's more spaghetti there, where again all the switches are numbered, and this makes tracing any errors and also wiring very much more straightforward. So hopefully the end product of all this is that the layout will now run smoothly. So what one does is just select the points that you want to make the train go in the desired direction. The switches are push each way and return to the center position. Now let's see if the train will run smoothly over these points without any hesitation. So here are the points actually changing. It's quite smooth, although perhaps a little bit faster than would happen in real life, but never mind, it does the job. And here comes the train, hopefully smoothly across all the points without any hesitation or deviation. Yes, it seems to be all right. There, I'm quite pleased with that result. Well, that's all folks, so hope you've enjoyed the video. Perhaps a little bit dry for you non-technocrats, but here's a few pictures of the trains actually running, and I'll look forward to showing you the next video where hopefully there'll be a bit more scenery and a bit more to look at. Okay, bye for now.